Hi, this is John Tulver. I'm an attorney in Ocala, Florida, and I'm here to talk to you about premarital agreements. We have a lot of people that come in on a second or third marriage, and they have a lot of questions about what happens if the marriage doesn't work. Well, Florida has a premarital agreement statute that is quite clear and quite concise about what to expect. It's Chapter 61.079 of the Florida statutes. And the basic things that are required is a disclosure of your assets, making sure that the entire agreement is signed voluntarily, and just an overall fairness between the two parties in the agreement. And if those things are met, generally they will be enforceable. One of the things we look at is the financial affidavits. In any family law case here in Florida, the parties must submit a financial affidavit which will list the assets and debts of the parties. And it's a good starting point for people that are going to get married to just take this, fill out the assets and debts, and figure out, what would have to be divided if they went their separate ways. So the statute itself is in Chapter 61 of the statutes here in Florida, and it's a pretty easy read for anyone who wants to pull it up, and it outlines the responsibilities and what the parties must do for a premarital agreement. So what are some basic tips for it? Well, just think about the future. What kind of property y'all might have, what might come up, what property did you have before, do you have children from a prior relationship that you have to protect, or you want to keep something for them? Those are the kind of things that you have to think about. Personally, I think that a premarital agreement is a good idea for anyone in a second or third marriage. And it gets people to really talk about the nitty-gritty prior to getting remarried. And that's a tough thing. I mean, most people want to talk about the wedding dresses and where they're going to get married. And that's great. I think that's wonderful. But a hard conversation now about what to do if the marriage doesn't work may solve some things and may help strengthen the marriage when you get to that point. If you ever have questions, come see us. We'll be happy to talk more detail. Every case is separate. And I appreciate your time. Thank you.